That was a fun ass time, bro. Like, definitely need to make that like a every year thing. But let me see that. Yeah, send me those.
Say something, Jay.
Yo,
Bad.
can you hear me now? Like the old Verizon commercial. You remember that shit when we were kids?
Of course.
Can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yo, Taylor Rooks was at Rolling. Oh, she was at Dreamville, bro.
Really? Bro.
Bro, Taylor Rooks was at Dreamville.
Bro, motherfucker was out there, bro.
Bro,
Did she go to what you call it? Or she just repping that shit? She probably did.
She probably did.
Probably fucking did. Cause there's a lot of motherfuckers be coming from North Carolina. I do not be.
Bro, I love Taylor Rooks, bro. She is bad, man.
Yeah.
He was out there flexing for real. No cap. He did that shit. He did that shit for real. That shit was dope.
Fun as fuck.
That was fun as fuck.
Probably definitely the best thing I've went to. I do wish that like.
Just
I
imagine.
don't know though, man. I really don't
Just
know.
imagine,
if I
like,
really
bro,
be much
like-
closer though.
Imagine like, bro, I wouldn't want to be no closer.
Like,
If we were
like,
any
almost
closer,
the
we
ass
wouldn't
thing.
have been able to move and dance and stuff like how we wanted to. Now that
Yeah,
I
it
think
would've
about
been-
it,
would've
like
been packed
we would have
in.
been packed in.
Sardines, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I was good on that.
For real. That shit would have had us way too. And then like you know, you had that shit would have been
No,
hot.
maybe the VIP shit would have been straight though.
VIP probably should. Even the general admission plus,
Nah,
But you got
it was packed, but it was straight. It looked
I
straight.
don't know, man.
But I think it was good, bro. It was
We
that,
should try to get a media pass, bro.
bro, of course, that's the play right there. It's plenty of space back there. Where Taylor Brooks was at?
Like,
That's
dude,
fucking
Nah, that's right.
Plenty of
Like,
space.
dude, we can go
Anywhere
backstage
Taylor
and
at,
do
I
that
need to
shit.
be.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. You know what
Like
I'm
in
saying?
between sets, have like 15 minutes to talk with the artist who just
If
performed.
you get that shit, I'm telling you. And especially like the shit we
You
trying
know
to
what
talk
I'm
about.
saying?
Like, yeah.
Like, yeah, 15
That's-
minutes. Just give us 15 minutes, boom.
That shit'll get motherfuckers like you easily be able to get some content done that way. And get motherfuckers attention, you know, really talking about that shit. But alright, so this shit is recording. I'm gonna cut that shit because y'all started talking about it earlier. I was gonna try to come in, but we gonna kick this shit off. You know
Talking about
what?
what?
Just fucking, I'm gonna introduce it. I'm gonna let Bar finish up his shit. But y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Boy, keep that shit.
Alright,
moving,
bet.
man.
So, alright, boy Hemingway checking in, and we are, you know what I'm saying, shooting from the crib today. So, I got my homie, you know what I'm saying, LeVar, Deadstock L, Mr. Deadstock L, you know what I'm saying?
What's going on, people?
Yes, sir. Hey, give the people your at, man. And then, Mr. King Milan of Royalty, you know what I'm saying? Give me your at, your line.
You know, Deadstock L out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, man. My Instagram, Twitter, you know, at Deadstock L. You know, the clothing brand at KMLRXX88. That's the clothing brand, man. As you can see, you know,
Yes, sir.
T-shirt, hat. Gonna have the merch coming out really soon. And, you know, follow me, man, so we can do this journey together, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
And then we got the homie Shots by Jay, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, Deadstock, you know what I'm saying? My boy VAR, I'm not gonna call you by your ass. But, like, I want the people to get used to that shit. But he's a, you know, stylist, fashion designer. My boy Shots by Jay. He's a videographer,
So,
photographer. You know what I'm saying? Tell people where you at, bro.
I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. You know, trying to make it. You can follow me on Instagram at shots_by_J. You know, we just getting started.
Yes, sir.
So, sometime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So, and real quick, I go by the name of Hemingway, so y'all can follow me everywhere at Hemingway, H3MINGWAY. Search that on all your social media platforms, all your digital streaming platforms. I'm an artist as well as, you know, creator and all that, like me and my bros right here. So as you can hear, you know what I'm saying, my dog Jay done lost his voice. I don't want to put him on the spot, but we just coming back from Dreamville Fest 2023. So I definitely caught the boys just having a genuine conversation about the recap of that shit, and that's probably gonna be the intro. But like, before we get into the questions and the conversation about hip hop, bro, like I just want to keep talking for a minute about what we experienced, bro. That shit was lit. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary shit.
A very legendary weekend with guys that I'm sharing over 10 plus with. I know these guys since high school, So the fact
Facts.
that we can, you know, get together and experience something so beautiful with everybody being around, showing love, the artists that we saw, man, like, this is something that I'm gonna be talking about to my grandkids, like, years down the line, like, yeah, man, I saw Usher and Drake and Lil Wayne and J. Cole, like,
we was kids. We was kids, and Usher was like, you know, our aunties was listening to Usher,
man.
like,
Yeah.
our mom was our aunties and shit was listening to Usher.
Yeah, Usher easily got like two, you know, more than two generations. Like you said, like we was people older than us was listening to him. When we was coming up, when we was coming up, he was that fucking guy. You know what I'm saying?
man.
And now he's still a legend. And then came out
Exactly.
there and did like 3 generations worth of hits. You know what I'm saying? Like
Lost
just
it.
in and out of that
Lost
shit. That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
So,
man.
well, I would have to pull up the whole list. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know, trying to get used to it. This was everybody's first festival, right?
This is my first festival. First Dreamville festival.
First Dreamville.
First festival in
Dreamville,
general
you know.
for me, but
Yeah, first Dreamville festival.
This was my first Dreamville festival. I technically been to one festival, like I was talking to boys about earlier, but it was like a, you know, one stage here in Charlotte, so that shit was still lit.
Well,
but
I mean, as a kid, I went to like Street Fest
right.
or something downtown Charlotte. I went to.
Yeah.
I was little. I don't really remember much about that, but yeah, as an
Big
adult,
shit.
yeah, this is my first time going and experiencing a festival.
And that shit was so the point I was getting to was we all getting you know, like just getting used to it, like getting acclimated to the whole structure and shit and the travel or whatever. It was on it was at the, how you say this shit, Dick's Pre the park.
Yeah, Dixie Park.
I forgot the
Dorothy Dick.
Dorothy
Dix Park.
Dix
Yeah,
Park,
Dorothy Dix Park.
which I guess is like right beside NC State campus. So we parked on NC State campus, had to
That
walk
was a
across.
bitch in
You know what I'm
itself,
saying?
bro.
Had to walk across and get there.
Finding
So
parking was like,
Yeah.
And NC State, shout out NC State.
That shit was lovely, though.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a Tar Heel fan, but yeah, shout
Man,
out.
that-
for the
shout-
occasion. For the
Shout out
occasion.
NC State though,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and then like
But
with
it's always go Tar Heels for me. You know?
for sure, I feel you on that shit.
Yeah.
But like with the first day delays and shit, you know what I'm saying? They had some pushbacks because of the weather, and then by the time we got there, we missed a couple acts. The second day, kind of the same shit. We was rolling a little late from the first day turning up, so missed a couple acts. But we saw a lot of the big names. Definitely saw all the legends. First day, I know, of course, Ari Lennox. We saw Usher was the big headliner the first day.
Yeah.
Ari Lennox before him. Who the fuck else was the first day? I forgot who else we saw. I can't even remember right now.
It's like everything is such a blur.
Exactly.
It's just-
Last night, though, of course, we saw.
the second
Jid-
day was absolutely insane, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
All the
Not taking anything away from the first day,
Nah, not taking
Not
away.
tonight.
You know, first
Yeah.
day was amazing.
But
but the
Just,
second day was just
like,
you know,
the
phenomenal.
legends that
Like,
came out for that second day, man, just
Yeah.
were. It's already blown up all over social media. So the fact
Oh,
that
sure,
everybody's talking about just like from the track list setting to, bro, these guys pulled through and really gave like the performance of a lifetime for J. Cole.
Exactly.
J. Cole's been in the
Exactly.
game pushing. I remember going to my first J. Cole concert when he dropped his first album, and me and a couple of my friends went to the House of Blues in Myrtle Beach.
Right, yeah.
You know, so seeing him progress from the House of Blues to him just having his own festival
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
You know, like, and having the artist that he had, like, it was. Listen, man, that was a very memorable night. Like how he was saying, that was an iconic night, man.
Yeah,
Very
for real.
memorable, man.
I think with Dreamville it was like I think this was the 4th or 5th year because I know I know the pandemic had fucked it up, but so you know just to show love. So like the first night we missed a couple of the acts, but we did get to walk in and hear the end of Sean Paul.
I was so
Unfortunately,
tight.
about that shit. We definitely got to see City Girls, Ari Lennox,
Yeah.
Lil Durk, and of course Usher. He killed it on the first night.
Oh yeah, bro.
You know,
Yeah, everything's
Durk,
such a blur because
It
we were
was-
so like
yeah,
City Girls tore it up.
tore it up.
Lil Durk went crazy.
Yeah.
Like like those performances was like yeah, bro. Like
We-
it
everybody
was such a blur, bro.
we was
but-
it all was
extra-
amazing. Like
everybody was so it was good, man.
Yeah, we was extra lit the first night for sure though too. So that's also added to the
Yeah,
blur.
exactly.
It was extra lit the first night. But so and then the second night, you know what I'm saying, they had we walked in, I think we was just hearing the end of Waka Flocka. We caught Boss, Glorilla had the skip, then the comeback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we caught
she
Jig.
definitely made up.
We caught Summer Walker. Summer Walker brought out Black. You know what I'm saying? And her, I think it was her background singer. Her background singer killed it.
Her. Listen, man.
Whoever she was, but then
and the fact that she made it through with all the technical difficulties that she was going through,
exactly, bro.
Amazing. I give.
And she handled it so well.
Exactly. I give credit where credit is due. Like
some shit.
I'm about to freestyle.
Some shit.
Kept it going, bro. Professional, bro.
Very professional. So I give round of applause for
And
Summer.
like the thing is,
I love you, Summer.
Think about that is like, you know, as an artist, like, you know, you're in front of thousands of people too. Like, you know,
bro.
and for you to, you know, a lot of people get frustrated very easily.
Yeah.
So like, you know, oh, they having technical difficulties. Some people, you know, start talking shit or make comments or whatever. But the way she kept the crowd entertained even through that was amazing to me. Like,
yeah, that's real. That's real. And then like, so we had, of course, we got Summer Walker. She brought out Black, and then Burna Boy had the opposite stage. He shut his shit down. You know what I'm saying? And then he was the last act before you know Cole and the Boy. So of course Cole and Drake, they came out.
Yeah.
Did they shit, man? It got a little shaky when Cole was doing his shit. It started to. I heard a couple people around us kind of like, you know, okay, Cole, he's still going. Like, hold on, where's Drake?
Yeah,
Is he coming? What's happening? You know what I'm saying?
You know, people got impatient. You know,
there was
hard-working people for that extra money that they paid to try to see the boy. Man.
For sure, man, for sure. But it was
definitely came and killed.
Legendary, and then he brought out I keep missing names. It was Cole, then Drake brought out Uzi.
No,
Glorilla.
Brought out Glorilla.
Uzi.
Yep.
Wayne. 21 Savage. And then ended it with, you know, us singing Whitney Houston, freaking
showing love to Cole.
Like showing love to Cole, you know, but listen, we got to see one of the...
And then Cole came out there and did, was that No Role Models?
Yeah, No Role Models, yeah.
Acting like he ain't know what the fuck.
He's like, what do you perform? What do you do after Drake?
Acting like he ain't
got to see one of the greatest performers of all time.
But he's true though, like that's, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
Drake is a legend. Drake is a legend. You know?
For real, man.
No matter how much
Carolina,
shit, you know, people talk about him on the internet or whatever, but
for the Carolinas, man.
You know, I feel like everybody always trying to troll Drake.
Like, of course,
You know, but all that internet shit aside, but you can't take away the fact he's a legend.
For sure.
And he brought out other legends with him, like, you know.
Absolutely.
That's, you know.
And then, like you said,
that in itself legendary.
Yeah, and then Cole did big shit specifically for the Carolinas. Cole, big,
man, like that's big shit. You know,
that's really shaking up the market, the entertainment market, as far as all that shit, music, fashion, visuals, like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The music, the entertainment.
Carolinas is on the map.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
So, all right. So the conversation, you know, the reason I wanted to make sure I got with the homies before everybody dispersed and went back to the crib after this, you know what I'm saying, Legendary Weekend was, I just wanted to basically have a conversation about like hip hop, bro. You know, we all influenced by hip hop, and we all do certain things within each, like, you know, tier of hip hop as far as the lifestyle. So the conversation is basically, the question is, or the topic is how we're influenced by hip hop. And the first question I have is just like, what made you fall in love with hip hop culture? That's the question, and I'll answer first to give everybody time to think of shit. But for me, what made me fall in love with the culture overall was, and I know we talked about some Snoop shit, but like for me it was honestly between the Nothing But a G Thing video and the Gin and Juice video. And the two reasons, because I know Nothing But a G Thing was first, but like that shit just looked like a big ass party, and it just looked like, you know, of course, you know what I'm saying, hip hop culture, black folks and shit, like in the essence just having a good time, even though they had some gangster shit here and there subliminally that I caught later.
I'm glad you said that, like, good time.
Yeah, because it did.
You'll understand why.
Yeah.
Said that, but.
And then, like, of course, I remember I always kind of, in my head, them videos is close, but there was a few years in between. But the Snoop video, Gin and Juice, when he had, you know, Bow Wow, another legend, and that bitch as a kid, and like doing the little scene, and I'd seen, you know, first kid in like a rap video. I remember those two videos in particular just looked fun, and you know what I'm saying, caught the essence of just like fucking just what the culture is, and just like how you can have fun rapping and shit, party shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, good times.
Kind of the same thing for me, like as a kid, like I don't know, I guess, you know, my community played a big part in it though, like.
Yeah.
And I can't really say like I fell in love with hip hop culture. I fell in love with my community because, you know, and my community was hip hop culture. You know, where I grew up at was it wasn't on the farm or I grew up in
Right. Facts.
But I fell in love with it young as a kid. But like I said, just watching music videos or just in general, even if it's a cookout down the street, you can see it's just people have fun. People get together. It's love. That's what I see. Just like Dreamville.
Facts.
We went out there. I don't even know how many thousand people.
That shit was like a big ass family. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't seen not one person out there have a problem with another person.
Nah.
Besides, of course, dude running around crazy.
Yeah, there was a little inside shit going on, but other than that,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody else was anybody you met, or anybody you ran into or whatever, it was, excuse me. Everybody was love for everybody. It wasn't nobody out there on no, I'm out here looking for problems, or I'm the hardest motherfucker out here. It was all love. It was like a family reunion.
Yeah.
For real.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
So what about you, Var?
What put me onto the hip hop culture at a young age? Me being born in '88.
Right.
I'm a little older, so Enter the 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang Clan. My pops played a lot of, early '90s hip hop. Around me and my younger brother. So I grew up around a lot of anime, a lot of old school '90s, hip hop. So around that time, it was Enter the 36 Chambers, artists like Wu-Tang, KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions and stuff, coming out of that. But what made me love the culture was the fashion aspect of it. Once I started learning more of who I am and what I loved, and I always loved fashion. So looking at what Cameron did,
right.
A lot of people don't he's one of my top 5 favorite MCs, favorite influencers, or anything. Cam is top 5 of me. So when he dropped "Come Home with Me" and they did "Diplomatic Community Part 1," it caused such a shift in the underground world when it came to mixtapes, when it came to albums, when it just came to music, period. But the fashion that they brought changed everything. You saw everybody wanting to dress like Dipset.
Dipset for sure.
Everybody wanted to
put
dress.
The pink on it.
It was a rap, bro. Everybody wanted to dress like Dipset.
Was wearing pink again.
Everybody wanted to wear bandanas like Santana. Everybody wanted to be on their gangster shit like that. Feel me?
Bro.
You had the crazy dude in your set like Freaky. But everybody wanted to be fashionably loud and known and seen like a Cam. Feel me? So that's what that album alone, man, it molded me at my young age, to where that right there, to me molded the culture, man. "Come Home with Me" by Cameron and "Diplomatic Community Part 1," man. Of course, I got the NERD hat, Pharrell and what those guys did, but being from the tri-state area and seeing somebody from a place where you made it from, or seeing that they made it from, and seeing how difficult it is to make it from the tri-state area, man, that album was amazing, man. That shifted the culture for me, man.
So how would you say how you think hip hop so how would you say it influenced you in the sense of what got you that particular album, Cam's first album, "Come Home with Me," but clearly, on the fashion shit, like you said, you think that they kind of shaped your style and shit, you know what I'm saying? As far as them being younger, I'm sure it's changed since you got older. But,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Being
who would you say, as far as from hip hop, what kind of shaped your style? As far as
now when they come to what artists did that as in shaping my style, of course, Pharrell Williams, Kanye West. We're talking to artists that actually stepped up, and I could go even further back and LL Cool J, Run DMC,
It was funny about LL Cool J, bro. Remember as a kid, I get my aunt's car, she come to us, we go somewhere. Every time, bro, we get in her car, it's LL Cool J.
Love that shit.
Legendary.
But now, as an adult, it's not I got beef with LL Cool J. It's just bro, I don't even want to hear him.
You play this shit, you heard that shit so much. I feel you on that.
Artists like Slick Rick, artists like MC Hammer, these are revolutionary artists that you know shifted the culture, as in having not only people from the States dressing like them, but people all over the world.
Styles was iconic.
Style-wise was iconic with the parachute pants with Hamlet.
Facts.
You know, like Slick Rick with the patch and the big jewelry. You know, you got people in Japan, you know, copying style that Slick Rick was doing.
You know,
feel me?
all of that shit is still in today's hip hop.
And it's still in today's hip hop.
It's
you
just
know,
different.
like,
You know, they're a little different, but you know.
Yeah, that's real.
Style just, my opinion, with the culture, you know, it's just people that practice and study the game and realize the people that did it and just make it their own. You know, you got Tyler the Creator out right now that's, he's like a Pharrell Jr.
Right.
Feel me? Like literally like a Pharrell Jr. And that's why you respect those type of artists, because you tell that they study the game.
Yeah, and you always going, they always say different artists and stuff come into artists, stylists, whatever, like with a fashion videographer, any of that shit. You come in kind of with somebody else's style and you find your own, you know what I'm saying? You remind people of somebody else. And that's probably the person you studied the most.
No person gets their ideas, styles just solely off themselves. I get tired of people saying that, man. Like, oh, I did this. It was like you always get your base ideas and you see. Yeah. You get inspired by somebody else, and it's just like that's what it is.
A lot of that shit is subconscious too, because I done stuff and like, oh damn, I came up with this, and now like music wise, play it back, listen to it, about okay, really that flow came from some Snoop shit, or like it influenced, you know, a certain cadence of a certain artist and shit, and it's like that's just what it is. You put your own spin on this shit, man. So like, and then so with that being said, like, who would you like say, Jay? I asked you, like, I know we was talking about videos and shit, like who's probably, I mean, the style in the videos is one thing, but like who you think probably got some crazy ass like videos,
like who's
music videos
as far as like, you know, visuals, like who I think, like, I mean, of course you got your main, like, you know, Real Ghosts is, you know, of course they have good videos, and that's, you know, that's like major production,
right? And that's artists or directors, right?
But you know, it's a dude from Myrtle Beach, man. His name WizKid Jerm.
Facts, facts.
Like, you know, bro, I seen some dope shit out there, man. And like, you know, even, but you know, yes, he's a great visualist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Videos are dope. You know, he's just talented. He's just a talented dude all around. Like,
the shit he did with Country. I seen the last couple videos he did with Country 843. That shit was.
Like, he's very like. He got it.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And you could tell it has that, like, of course it depends on the artist and their vision, but you know what I'm saying, it has certain styles that he can, you know what I'm saying, like, you can tell the influence overall by how to tell the story and paint a picture for
right, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like,
that'd be the big
a lot of people don't do that no more. Now it's a lot of the, you know, trap. Let's jump around and shake the camera and crazy, and you know, that's really it with a bunch of, you know, everybody want to, you know, tow guns and
with a whole bunch of sticks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no story being told here where you about to get the charge.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
You know,
so it'd be
what story you telling me, like, okay,
basically,
you about to be on the news next week. What you telling me? Because they're going to arrest you because you dry snitching in your song.
I think we all agree, like, you know, it's always that part of the culture that's going to be tied to the streets, but like sometimes it get overweight depending on what side you're on, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to make sure you influence the balance and shit like that. And like, I know we was talking about, we was talking about the fucking like technical issues earlier with Glorilla and stuff. Like when she came on, well, she was supposed to have a set, then she didn't get to do it, or I guess I don't know what the issue was, but she missed the whole set. Yeah, she came back and made up for it. But no, see, Glorilla wasn't even tech issues. It was Summer Walker. So Summer Walker had the like technical issues, and it's crazy how I was thinking like later on that night when Drake brought out Wayne. I remember I saw Wayne one time before that in 07, and that was at the in Myrtle Beach at the convention center. We was like in high school and stuff, and man, Wayne had there was some technical issues then. Wayne was like, when I say fuck, y'all say the DJ, fuck the DJ, fuck, and he walked off stage, bro, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, granted, I'm sure that might be some shit he still kind of does.
So he didn't perform?
He came back and performed, because it was like him and Soulja Boy or some shit, like 07, 08, and he came back on, but they had to fix his shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to like that kind of use that as like a transition to where seeing him again, like now in 2023, as you know, 07, that was that was Wayne, bro. That was mixtape Weezy,
Right,
like
that was
freestyle
prime
versus, like,
time.
that was prime. So he was on
Prime
his
Wayne, bro.
high, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he's not still a legend, but like
Right.
now and seeing where he's at, bro. He's like he's influenced everybody really that's on that stage, even how they rap or sing or whatever, man. And like for me, I know, you know, with the fashion and not only just you, but like just the raps, fashion, and like the visual shit. You know what I'm saying? For me, of course, as an artist, Wayne has some of the craziest like flows and raps. I think we all can say over the past, our generation. Every generation is gonna have their guy, but Wayne's probably the guy from our generation. You know what I'm saying? And Drake has had the torch passed down to him. So we witnessing two guys, but like seeing him come out, you know, like last night and doing that shit, and like seeing where he was before when he was like really, really crazy hot to where he's still Weezy, but like, you know what I'm saying, superstar, bro, just legendary, bro. That shit's crazy as hell.
Same.
And like,
The star hasn't waned at all though, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, nah, not at all, bro.
You know, regardless, he's not dropping mixtapes and shit like he was then, but
He's still Weezy, bro.
he's just as relevant now. He's just as relevant now as he was in 2009,
Yeah.
2010.
He absolutely not only influenced
That's
me,
Lil Wayne, like.
influenced me musically, but like just stylistically, like of course I rock locks, so I did some of that shit not only because I wanted to, but of course because of Wayne. Like when I started really twisting my stuff up, like crazy Wayne fan. And it's not only, you know, my appearance, but just the fashion shit, like Bape shit back in the day when he dropped the Carter 2, that purple Bape. You know what I'm saying? Hoodie,
Bling,
I thought
bling.
that shit, you know, we was talking about bling bling earlier from the
Bring the
lingo, like
dictionary, man.
the culture of the lingo, like how he did.
Mr.
Like,
Bling Bling.
yeah, Mr.
Crazy,
Bling.
man.
That's crazy.
He was crazy. Like I think I was watching this documentary one time. Like, I'm pretty sure he was like barely 18 when that came out.
Bling bling. He was young.
He
bro.
might have even been
Yeah,
younger
bro.
than that.
Yeah, I think he was under 18.
He was under 18
I think because
when
I think
Bling
500
Bling.
degrees.
Nah, that was facts. He was under 18
Like
when
16 maybe.
Nah, he was under 18
Somewhere
when,
between
there.
when that came out.
Because 500 degrees, he was like just turning 18.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
like his adult album.
Yeah, he was probably like 16 and Bling Bling.
Yeah.
Seeing him from 500 degrees, Hot Boys, feel me, to
Right.
what we saw at that stage at Dreamville, sis.
That shit's crazy, bro. Came a long way, but at the
So
same
legend,
time,
bro. Like,
For real, man.
still killing shit.
Still can't even believe I seen half of the artists that I saw this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, still out of
even
the
if I don't even heard his newer stuff he's doing, but like,
What?
I don't know the name of it. Let me see.
Some Wayne shit?
Yeah.
I seen something recently, but he puts out
he dropped
random
something
tracks.
for,
yeah.
with Swiss Beats.
That was the song. Was
Yeah,
that
he
stuff
dropped
song
something with
for,
Swiss Beats dedicated to DMX. Yeah, DMX.
Oh wait, I heard
on
that.
it.
I heard that
Going
DMX shit.
crazy, man.
Because they linked on the
Yeah, you
the
just
shit
dropped the whole
last
shit.
night.
You just dropped the album, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. March 31st. It's called I Am Music, bro.
Nah, that's
Hey,
old, bro.
That's the tape.
Yeah, that's that.
He
He
getting
just came out on Apple Music.
he getting a lot of tapes cleared too. They said
March 31st. Yeah.
they
maybe.
said No Ceiling's about to be on there too.
Yeah,
Oh,
you see,
Millie,
yeah, that's like
okay,
the, yeah.
Oh, it's just
yeah,
like a
that's how I
greatest
saw that.
hits.
That was like the little.
That's
his
what it
hit
was like to
shit.
me.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's like
That's
like
probably
the greatest hit album.
that's probably what they're using to promote the tour, the Carter
Mhm.
tour and shit.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
But nonetheless, bro, that's Weezy.
But add that to the library, though.
For sure. Go ahead, hit that. Weezy legendary, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Of course, Drake legendary. Cole, like, not only just the influence, but the fact that we ended up seeing that Dreamville shit. Like, this is really essentially just a Dreamville recap. But like, bro, I fucking love hip hop, dog. I love, you know what I'm saying, music and entertainment overall. But like, the hip hop, the culture of hip hop is crazy. The way it brings people together, there's stigmas and stereotypes, of course, but like, that shit was loved this weekend, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell, like,
thousands of people, not just
Bro.
a couple. You know,
that picture you shared earlier from you know what I'm saying, Chuck
Bro.
T, like that aerial view.
bro, that shit was
You know,
nuts.
y'all go to the Dreamville Fest page and look at the aerial of that shit. It looked like some Woodstock
Where's
shit.
Waldo shit?
Yeah, Woodstock world.
I bet you can't find him.
Yeah, and just know we was
Just
you know
know
what I'm
this is
saying?
gonna be a like ritual. Like we are literally going to this every year. Now.
That's the
we are going to Dreamville every year.
Facts.
Facts, man.
That's something I ain't even about to say.
Facts.
That's a if not, it's we
Nah,
going.
we doing that every
Fucking
year.
going,
Every
yeah.
time Dreamville come up with something, or they that weekend
Yeah.
Right,
out there.
we there.
I'm with it, bro. But yeah, man. Hey, listen. That shit was a great weekend. I just, you know what I'm saying, we rarely get to sit down and just have a conversation talking. Like we was talking before camera, just kind of setting everything up, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to chop it up and have a conversation with the homies on camera. We've been plotting ideas about how we can work out whatever type of content, possibly podcasts, anything like that. But we all live in different areas, so we're gonna try to work that shit out. But for now, I again go by the name of Hemingway. Follow me everywhere, Hemingway, H3MINGWAY. Jay, give him your shit.
Shots by Jay, shots with a Z, _by___ Jay.
Got the cards right there. You know, if y'all need videos or photography, holla at my boy.
Holla at my boy.
You know what I'm saying? Bars, give him your shit.
Again, at Deadstock L, you know, the clothing brand. King Milan, the royalty, XX88. New collection coming soon. Follow us.
On the way.
On the way, very soon. You know,
we just knocked out
a photo shoot today. You know, got
just
some
getting
visuals.
started.
Getting started with the visuals. New site will be on the way. New merch. Again, follow us, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, at KMLRXX88, man. Peace and love, man.
We outside.
We outside, back outside, boy. All right, appreciate y'all, man. Until next time, we out here. Yes, sir.